Hi guys, welcome to our crochet. My name is Mary and we are live. live, and you're wondering, yes, does she have a crochet hook in hand? Yes, I do. And I have the very bag, the very bag that we lined. Remember the lining? Oh, I'm very excited about the lining. I know, it only took like 100 years to line that bag, didn't it, guys? But there we go. Now, I mentioned when I was lining the bag that I would show you guys how I use it at craft events, or how I use this one and how I use others that I've made in the past at craft events. Now, this one I could wear, you can wear them two different ways. This one I'm wearing over the shoulder, and inside I usually keep my little pink bag with the scissors and needles and all that sort of jazz. But usually there's a ball of yarn or a skein of yarn, whatever you want to call it, popped in the bag. I button it up, but I'm not going to today because I just want to show you how I use it. And then I literally crochet away while I'm walking. And every now and then when I need some yarn, I just pull a little thread and there you go. Oh, let's come over here a little bit. Oh, it's yelling at me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I touched the phone and it went all crazy on me. Thank you for joining me here live at Wow Crochet. Shari, that is cute. I know we have actually made this on YouTube, Shari. It was last year sometime. So if you like, during the next week, I will pop a link to the playlist, or you can actually check out the playlist. It's called Stash Busting Bag, I think it's called. Hi from the Philippines. Hello from Melbourne, Australia. Messiane, I hope I'm saying your name right. It's a beautiful name, or Mercian. Oh, that's very exciting. People from all over the world. I get really excited, guys. So yes, the bag can be found in... Hi, Suzanne. How are you? Good morning, DJ. Lisa, that is. And Shari, I'll look at the playlist in the morning. And yes, you're in Minnesota. Wow, Shari, that's great. Holly, hi, Holly. How are you? Yes, in the playlist, it's called Stash Busting Bag. There's another playlist called Stash Busting Series, but if you just look up Stash Busting Bag, Shari, you'll find that. And we just recently, after a year, did the lining inside the bag this week. And I'm just showing everybody that I put my item in the bag when I'm at craft events. And we have a few craft events here in Melbourne, Australia. I'm sure you have them all over the world, really. And I just walk around the craft show crocheting as I'm walking. That way I'm not losing any time and any job. I usually take something very basic like a granny square or whatever I'm working on that's quite simple, that I don't have to use my brains very much. I don't like using the brains very much, but don't tell anybody. Shh, our secret. So that is the bag, guys. That's the bag. This week, what have we done this week on Wow Crochet, guys? We've had a bit of fun. We've had a bit of silliness. I know it's a little bit crazy. Sometimes yours truly does step out of a comfort zone a little bit and becomes a little bit nutty, but it's okay. I mean, you know, I still get to crochet and you get your projects and it all works out for everybody. I made your third loop double crochet cowl. Oh, I love, that's my favorite cowl. It's what I call wearing a cowl. What do I call it? Knitting without the knitting. Because the actual stitch looks like a knitted stitch, but it's crochet. Oh, I love crocheting the third loop. The actual, what's it called? Crocheting the third loop cowl. I don't really have a name for it. That's just a stitch that I put in there, and I'm sure other people have done it too. It's all over the world. It's a fantastic stitch. You can't go wrong with it. You can use it for other things. A lot of people use it to pop around mason jars, or just around round things. You know, a lot of people, anything circular. That's my water, by the way, guys. Cheers. Water, not vodka, anything silly like that, just water. Oh, you people. So guys, here we are, and we are talking about, I made the third loop. Oh yeah, someone else has messaged me up here. Oh, get it. People all over the place. Oh, humans, wow, there's humans. I say that because yours truly does spend a lot of time alone when I'm crocheting, which is the reason why I do tend to head out. Vodka last, no, there was no vodka, Suzanne. It's only water. Of course, maybe if I did my lives a little later in the evening, I do them in the morning here in Melbourne, Australia, because there's all this light. Come winter time, not so much. I'm going to have to invest in some really good lighting and maybe do them different hours. I've been wanting to change the time that I do my lives, just for, you know, mixing up a little bit, doing different times maybe. I haven't thought about what other times I'd like to make, but there you go. So this week, let's get off times, because that'll happen again. It happens every week. I always talk about it. This week, let's talk about the items that we have done. Yes, we lined our bag on Monday, probably, or Tuesday, one or the other. We did Whip Wednesday this week. This was our first Whip Wednesday for the year. Our very first Whip Wednesday ever. If you've not checked out Whip Wednesday, go and check it out. It's all about the whips, the projects, WIP, which means work in progress, that we've been doing. And it's all about projects that we might do in the future. Speaking of which, in comes this guy right here. Let me take it off for you so you can have a look. Now, if you watch my Whip Wednesday, you would know that this is a mini cowl or a cravat or just a mini scarf, you know, and it's worn just around your chest there, as my little blue lady wears it. She wears it there, that way. Oh, I've got it the wrong side. Get it right, yeah. Back to front. Can't be back to front, can we? So there you go. That's our cowl. And we are doing, that's our corner to corner cowl. Love it. It reminds me of a dickie. Okay, yes, it does. It does too. That is actually a corner to corner stitch, Shari. And we will be doing that cowl or cravat or whatever you want to call it. Not this week coming, but the next week. Oh, it might even be this week. We could work on it this week. Oh, we could. I'm trying to marry up timing, you see. It's all got to marry up with my little timing game. But we could start that this week, or it'll be very early of next week. I have a funny feeling we may start it at the end of the week. Oh, very exciting. Yay. Won't be that colour. Now, the reason being is it's really hard to see that colour online. I have tried it with a couple of my boards. I've got some backing boards, and it does come up really poor. So I think I might try it in a nice lighter colour, maybe a spring colour. Maybe I'll do it in a cotton just for fun. No, I better do it in wool, because that's actually wool. If you want it in cotton, let me know. I'm happy to do one in cotton as well. But there'll be plenty of cotton cowls to come up in the future, because yours truly, as you know, can't wear wool. I'm very unlucky like that. So there'll be plenty of cotton to come up in the future. So that will be made in wool. Whoops, I'm trying to do. It's so far away. So there you go. So that was our week here at Well Crochet. We did do our little funny thing this week, didn't we? We did our Russian choin. Get it right, Mary. Hi, Wendy. How are you? How about superwash wool? Suzanne asks, how about superwash wool? Can we do that in superwash wool? We could. I have to find some superwash wool. I don't know if I have any here, but I could find it. That's not an issue. I'm out and about this week anyway, so maybe. This was our Russian join challenge. Yes, yours truly was a little bit silly at the end of that challenge. But I just wanted to prove to you guys that even with a stitch that you think will be solid and strong, and yours truly doesn't know how to do the Russian joins very well anyway. Hi, Liz. How are you? Liz Angelicus? Yeah, so the Russian join was done this week. The only thing I found, in fact, I've got the wrong side. Let's go the other side. That might help. One little thread came out during my naughty challenge that I did. I gave it a bit of a pounding though. It really copped a bashing, didn't it? I played football with it. I drove over it with a car. Tossed it in the washing machine. The dryer. Oh my gosh. It shrunk in the dryer, by the way, guys. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it shrunk in the dryer. Now, yours truly never puts her wool, pure wool, in the washing machine or the dryer. Everything is washed by hand. I'm very, very fussy like that. But for the challenge, and because I know a lot of people do put them in the dryer. Oh, hello, Ricola. Oh, that's a nice name. And also known as Crystal Crochet. Oh, very nice. Mary, hello from New York. Hi, Mary from New York. Hi, Mary. It's Mary from Melbourne. So, yeah, so I know a lot of you people do put their products and projects in the dryer, the wash and the dryer. Hi, Ricola. Is it Crystal? I'll call you Crystal. How's that? Excuse me. And I pop it in the dryer, and yours truly, not so much a dryer person. I'm more, let's wash and put it on a blocking mat. And if you don't have a blocking mat, just toss it on a towel or something, or over a chair or something. You can pop it over a rack, a drying rack, whatever. But to me, I'm not very keen on putting things in the dryer. Having said that, first time I'm seeing you live. I know, Mary. Welcome, Mary Wanamaker. That's a nice name you've got there. You sound like me, Mary Wanamaker. I'm sorry, I'm being very naughty again. I slapped that wrist. So with the Russian join, it did come undone. I know, Mary, I know, we're a bit silly, aren't I? So it did come undone a little bit. Yes, first time watching you live as well. I've noticed that. I haven't seen your name before, Ricola. Hi there, Mary. Hugs from Sweden. Oh, Suzanne from Sweden. Welcome, Suzanne from Sweden. Mary from Melbourne. I love that I can speak to anyone from around the world live. It's great, isn't it? So that was our Russian join challenge. It was a little bit silly on my part, but I did it because I wanted to prove that your blanket will go through maybe not as much trauma as being run over by a car, but it will go through trauma. If you've given it to someone with a young one and they're flicking it around all day and they're bashing it on things and they're throwing it and they're dragging along the ground, it's going to go through some drama. So it will happen. In actual fact, I got to admit, even though I did put it through a lot, there was only just one little Russian join that came undone, and it might have been that I didn't do it properly, which is probably more like it. Love the colours. I know they're actually Bendigo Woolen Mills. It's a local here in Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, Australia, I should say. They're one of our top. Good evening, Mary. I can't believe it's weekend. I know, Angela. Welcome. So yeah, it's 100% pure wool, and it's called their luxury range. So it's kind of top of the range for them. I love it. I use it a lot. Personally, I can't wear it on my skin, on my person, because I break out in a rash with wool, because I'm just lucky like that. So yours truly does wear a lot of cotton. You may see me wearing these little vests. Sorry, got to go. Hope to make it again. Oh, well, welcome anyway, Mary. Thank you for joining us. And yes, so you'll probably see me wearing these little vests like that, and I have another blue vest. I'm allergic to wool also. Oh, no, Crystal, isn't it sad? You know, we make these beautiful items, we can't have them. I know, we can have the blankets. I can have the blankets as long as they're like tossed over. Oh, there's a nice name, Sunshine Leclerc. Leclerc, did I say it right? Sunshine Leclerc. Oh, that's nice. And you can pop it over the couch or an armchair or something. So it always does. I mean, I love having nice, pretty things in the house. And you might see in the background right there's half a blanket tossed over my treadmill, because that's what I use the treadmill for, don't I? I'll use it to work out one day. Give me a break. I'll get there. It's there. It's not going anywhere. So where is it? Right there. Ah. Right there. So yeah, so that's pure wool as well, 100% pure wool, and I can use it to toss over couches and things, but to wear on the skin, not lucky like that, not lucky. So that was our Russian join. Yes, ma'am, I know, right? And don't forget, on Wednesday I advertised these gorgeous squares. I cannot do this particular pattern online because it's not my pattern, but I can do similar patterns, and I'm going to be making a, Storm Tonight. Oh, really? Storm Helen it's called, is it, Angela? Okay, so yeah, I can make squares similar, and we're going to be making a full-on granny square vest together here at Wow Crochet in the future, not this week, because I haven't designed it yet, obviously, and it's going to kind of be like that. Not so much a straight, boring straight. Okay. Oh, hi, Wendy. Again. Hi. Oh, you're all talking to each other. That's beautiful. I love it. I have a beautiful, beautiful group. So it won't be straight across. It'll be more of a diagonal. So we're going to work on something very, very interesting when it comes to that, cow. And it's going to be a summer vest. So I make the summer vests because I actually wear them in winter over my shirts, long shirts, and long skivvies. And what it does is it looks after. Can't wait to see it. I know, Ricola, I'm looking forward to making it. I've got one more piece to make, which I'm actually doing right now as we speak. And then I'm going to be working out a design of how to design it all together. And with that design, I may need to do a couple of half triangles. And it sounds daunting, but it's really basic. It's really, really basic. And you guys will love it. But it looks lovely too. And it's actually the thread itself. Have I got some here? I've got some thread here. Give me a second. The thread itself is a gorgeous thread. I'm dropping everything everywhere here. I always mess up how to say this name. And a lady yesterday told me, I love what you're wearing. Yes, I know. I will be making this one. This is actually a paid pattern though, Ricola. It's a paid pattern. It's not a freebie for YouTube, I'm afraid. Sorry. But this one right here, this is the thread that I'm using to make these squares. Okay. Now this thread, a lady requoted me on it because I kept saying the name wrong. It's called, I think I want to say it wrong again. Papyrus. Still can't get it right. She said it outright yesterday and right over my head. I kept saying, is that how you say it? Excuse me. I kept saying, is that how you say it? Yeah. Oh. So yeah, top is adorable. Yeah, I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? I love it. I think I could have used a smaller hook. With this top here, I used a 4.5. I can never pronounce anything. I know. Same. Look, it's the letters are Papyrus. Now I would, in my eyes, would say papyrus, papyrus, or papyrus. I still can't get it. Anyway, that's the thread that we're using. And I say thread because it's half thread and half, or what did she say? The lady told me. It's not even half. It is 78% cotton. And, oh gosh, it's got cotton. I can't read it. The writing's too small. I need glasses. I really do. It's got cotton, but I think it's got a little bit of silk in it too. So that's really soft. I hope I can wear silk. I'm about to find out. I hope I can get away with silk because I can't wear the wool. So, yeah, so that's going to be the top. Now this, I actually mentioned on Whip Wednesday what I'm doing with this colour here. If you haven't seen Whip Wednesday, go back. It was only done this Wednesday that just passed, so you can't miss it, okay? I want to see the whole top. When I make it, you can, oh, you mean the whole thing, this one? Okay, I wonder how far I can go to show you the whole top. Does that help? Oh. I know it's a bit far away, sorry, I can't be mucking around with the camera, otherwise it won't go back into place. How's that? See how far back I can go? Okay, now close up, I can show you if you like. All right, you have, yeah, you have your normal granny squares all the way down, okay, and right under the armpit there, you have a triangle granny square, which is very similar to what we are going to make with the larger squares. Oh, thank you, Ricola. It's very similar to this one here, that what we're going to make, okay? So don't stress, it'll be very similar, tiny little bit different. I just lost my hook. Give me 1 second. Found it. Gotta be careful, don't lose it in here. It's like the Bermuda Triangle. You lose the hook in here, never to be found again. So that's the projects we talked about this week. We also talked about a personal project I was doing with for a friend of mine. Friend, part family, we're kind of in the middle there. We're all, well, kind of family really. And so I talked about that as well. If you want to see those, check out Whip Wednesday. It's all on Whip Wednesday. That's the Wednesday that just passed. Now, that's that. The spider gets the hooks. Oh, Wendy. I'm still waiting for the spider to come out. He hasn't come out for a while. Oh, it's scaring me. I hope he's not under a couch or something. No, he's not. We once he gets fed, we pop the food in there for him. He takes off and we don't see him for a couple of weeks. It's odd, but that's the way he is. He can live another, how many years has he lived already? Oh my gosh. We could have another 15 years with him, maybe 20. Oh no. I couldn't handle it. I said to my son, when you leave, that's going with you. When you leave home, that is going with you. We're not keeping it in there. Anyway, For those of you who don't know, sorry if you're new to the channel, I have a bird-eating spider. I know. It's weird. Kind of like a tarantula, kind of really big, sits on his little glass. I know, Wendy. I'm not keeping that spider. It's not staying. It's not staying. I keep saying that, but he's still here after 10 years. Anyway, so we're getting off track now. Let's get back to crochet or crochet or who said it this week? Crocheter. I don't know. Everybody says things differently. It's okay. Now, yesterday, yours truly, now this is discussing the slippers that you guys were after, and I'm happy to make, but I'm actually getting the soles ordered in, to be honest with you. I don't want to make the soles in wool. I do if it's baby slippers, but we are talking adult slippers here, and I'm thinking, and where did I go? I went to, I was going to show you something else, but I will do that in a minute. I went to Unwind Cafe here in Melbourne, in East Keilor, and the lady who is going to order it for me, let's call her Kate. Hi, Kate, from Unwind Cafe. And Kate is going to order in for me the slippers, the soles, the actual soles. Sorry, ladies, I need to run. Oh, Ricola, have a nice night. Have a nice night. Have a good rest if you're going to bed. So I'm getting the slipper soles in, or actually Kate's getting them in for me. And when they are in, I will actually be able to do the slippers for you. I've been mucking around with some stitches, and all I have to do is pop the stitches on that sole, and when it comes in. Oh, it's so cute. Everybody's saying goodbye to Crystal. Makes me very excited. Makes me very happy. Like warm and cuddly family we have here, our crochet family. So that's what's happening this week with Kate sending me the sole when she gets it, or letting me know when she gets it, and I'll go in and get it. Whilst I was there, I was thinking, how close are we to Easter? We're pretty close. I know, we just finished Christmas. It goes so fast, doesn't it? So I've decided for Easter, maybe just for something a little different than what I usually do. Let me just pop my work back in my bag. See, that's the joy of carrying a bag around. You can pop everything in your bag. Yeah, it is very close. It's very close to me, actually, and I'm very happy with it. And I actually drive to Unwind Cafe all the time. I do like to go there on certain days of the week, not every day, because I couldn't actually, I won't get any recording done. I try to make it on a day where I think, okay, I've done so much recording that I cannot keep up and I just need a break. And so I take off and rush off to Unwind Cafe, and that's where I unwind. That's why they call it Unwind Cafe. You can sit there, they give you a cup of coffee, a couple of scones. Yummy! I know I shouldn't eat the scones, but don't tell anyone. Good morning, Lorraine. Lorraine, is it? Lorraine Johnson. Hi, Lorraine. Very nice to have you here at Wild Crochet. So I went there at Unwind Cafe, and I bought two types of yarns for two different things, total different things. I bought some Easter yarn. What are we going to make with our Easter yarn, I hear you ask? Well, of course, we're making a basket. Oh. And we are making the basket here on YouTube. Look at these colors. Oh, they're not gorgeous. Now the yarn is called, let me get the yarn. Whoa. The yarn is called Fiddlesticks. Yeah, no, it's cool. I can't wait to make an Easter basket. It won't be a big basket, but it'll be a good size basket where you can put a few little eggs in there for, you know, Easter hunt and whatever else have you. It is 100% cotton, 8-ply. You can actually buy a 10-ply. I actually would prefer a 10-ply. I like my baskets to be, hi Quilty, how are you? I like my baskets to be a lot stronger. So I would actually prefer a 10-ply. But if you've got the 8-ply, then that's great. If you've got a 4-ply, you can just double the strands. And 8-ply in Melbourne, Australia, a lot of the overseas followers ask me, what is an 8-ply over here? And I'm assuming it's a 4 or a number 4 or a number 3. Don't quote me on it, but if you look carefully at this particular cotton, and I'll get a nice close-up for you, this cotton is actually quite thin. It's thinner than most. Now it should be, 8-ply should be a lot thicker. This is actually a 4-ply, okay? Also thin. But still, it should be a lot thicker. So you probably would be best using a cotton when doing the basket. A lot of people do like to use acrylic as well. That's up to you. If you want to use an acrylic, I would prefer to use cotton. You don't have to use the same colors I'm using. I'm just using these colors because these are the ones that stood out in my face. And Kate helped me choose some beautiful colors as well, Kate from Unwind Cafe. So there you go. They are the yarn I bought for our future Easter project coming up in a couple of weeks, not this week. And whilst I was there, yours truly, oh God, I fell in love. I know I fall in love all the time. Check it out. Oh, is it not gorgeous? Check them out, check them out, check them out. Very expensive. Shh, don't tell anyone. So sheepies, and I don't mind paying the money because guess what? I'm making something for myself. It is called Sheepy's Secret Garden. It's a silk blend cotton. I think it's a silk blend cotton. I knew it's silk blend. You've got 20% silk, 20% cotton, and 60% polyester. So it's kind of mixed, but I thought feeling it like this that it would come up really coarse. Well, one of the ladies at Unwind yesterday had a shawl that she had knitted, and it was so soft, and I was so taken back by it. And stupidly, I bought the yarn. She sold me, stupidly. So there you go. Sheepy's yarn. Let me get that turned around for you so you can see it properly. These are the 4 colors that I have chosen. Oh, how beautiful are they? I know. Look at that green. Oh, I love the green. I love the green. Look at the blue. Oh, shaking. So there you have it, guys. That is cotton that I bought. Well, it's not a cotton. It's, as you heard, it's a blend. Hopefully I can wear it next to my skin and not break out in any rashes because I'm making something for me. Pretty cool, huh? So that was Unwind Cafe. Now, Unwind Cafe, how long have I been going there? Oh, I couldn't even tell you, guys. It's been so long. A year, maybe 2? I can't remember. Hopefully we can trade with Australia for the lovely wool. Oh, yeah, maybe. You know, it's funny what they trade here in Australia. I really would like to see wool trade. And I know we get the, oh, what's it called? Oh my gosh, I've forgotten the name of it now. How can I forget? I use it all the time. Give me a second to think. My brain shuts down sometimes. Let me tell you, it shuts down quite a bit. When I've over crocheted, when I've just done so much, these days even, I tend to pop everything down and just put on a movie, like a comedy video, and just watch so that I'm not doing and thinking about anything. Has to be a comedy. I love a good comedy. As you know, when you saw my Russian join challenge, you would know that I do like a good comedy. I know, I love to laugh, and I love to make people laugh, and if it doesn't make you laugh, I'm sorry, but I do try. So the Russian join challenge, that even though it held up in the wash, and there's only one little tiny bit out, and that was probably because I didn't weave it in properly, or I didn't do the right join properly. I won't use it. I will never use the Russian join. I used it that once, and that was about it. Someone said to me, pop something up and show me how to do it, because I really want to know how to do it. And I know there are so many other tutorials online for the Russian join, and I did it to do it, but I would probably never do it again. Don't quote me on it. It's just that I prefer my good old-fashioned. The car was funny, yeah, I know. I thought I'd toss the car in. I just really like my good old-fashioned weaving it in and splitting those ends and doing the wrong thing that you're not allowed to do. In crochet, it's an absolute no-no to split yarn. Someone keeps telling me that. I don't know why. I mean, you know. So there you go. We've had a very big week here at Wow Crochet. This week's not going to be any different. This week you're going to get the start of that little cravat right there. It will be in brighter colours. I will probably use, I'm not sure if I'll use Bendigo Wool and Mills. I'll see. You notice how I'm looking around because there's wool there. There's wool there. There's wool at the back. There's wool in the other room. No, I don't have a wool addiction. So we'll see. I haven't decided what kind of wool we're going to use for this guy right here. When I do decide, we will get that up and running. I'm not buying anything. I do have a lot in stash, so I'll just pick and, you know, go through the stash. Even if I want to put a bit of multicolour in it maybe, or maybe just make it one colour. I might make it one colour. If you want a different colour or, you know, mixed colours, let me know, but I think I might just stick to the one colour. It will be bright, so it'll be kind of a little bit lighter than that. It won't be like a big golden yellowy thing like I did the honey cow with. If you haven't seen the honey cow, check out the playlists. It's called the honey cow, Honey. But it was a little bit more difficult. This is a very basic cow. Anyone can make this. If you've started learning how to crochet and you know how to do a double crochet, you can do this cow. This one right here, very basic. I do, and books addiction. Oh, I know, books addiction. I used to have that years ago. Now I kind of needed the space for my yarn. I still have books. I keep the ones that I like, and the rest kind of sit in the garage, as you do. So there you go, guys. That's what's happening this week at Well. We're going to make that. We're also going to start. Oh, what was I going to do? That's right. I hope it stays nice and cool for the rest of the day. It's been way too hot recently. Oh, Lorraine, I don't know where you are and where you live, but here it's been weird. It's like, it's really hot and then really, really cold, and then that happens in the first 5 minutes. There's Melbourne weather for you. And like I say every week, and I'll say it again, if you don't like Melbourne's weather, just wait a minute. If you don't like it then, wait another minute. It'll change again. So our weather is all over the place. And we have, today is a mild day. Tomorrow's supposed to be really, really hot. Yesterday was cool, and the day before was cold, freezing. So it can't make up its mind in Melbourne. You know, it's all over the place. I'm going to have a drink. Cheers, everyone. So there you go. This is what we have done this week on Wow Crochet. That's what we're going to do this week. Okay. It's hard to point while you're far away from it. Whoop, there it is. And what did I say? There was something else. Oh, the blanket. Oh, where is it? Oh gosh, the blanket. Oh, I've lost the blanket. Oh, I've lost my blanket. Oh, I took it out the other day. It's here. I took it out with me when I went to unwind yesterday. And, oh, you live Rocky. Oh, okay. I'll work that out later. I just lost that last bit. Sorry, they don't stay on the screen for very long, those things that you're right, and, you know, I'll work it out. But I'm just looking weird because way in front of me, outside, is my cat staring at me like this. I have to say, who are you talking to? And she's probably thinking, nutcase is talking to the tripod again. And the dog's looking at me, the cats are both looking at me like I'm some sort of crackpot. A nutcase. Okay, now let's get back to business. Our blanket, you know what? I'm going to find it. I know where it is. Stay right there, guys. And I'll be real fast. I'm hoping not to fall over anything. No, I cannot find it. Oh, yes, I can. I found it. Okay, I found it. Here it is. So funny I can fit it in this little bag that I'm carrying around with me. All right, here we go. Sorry, guys. Did I leave you for a few minutes? My apologies. Okay, let me get out the blanket. Now, this is the blanket. Oh, if I can get it out. I think I've just dropped everything. Don't look on the ground. There's stuff everywhere. I've just dropped everything. Okay, here we go. All right. Where is our blanket? Now, there's our blanket that we're making here on YouTube. It is called the Large Granny Square Blanket. Love the bag. I know, right? The bag is gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it has my yarn in there and my project. And I've been doing it, well, actually was doing it for the first few seconds when I got on live and then stopped, as you do. But there's our blanket, our Large Granny Square Blanket. We are in the middle of that. This week you are getting the project on how to do 3 or 4 rows at the same time. Oh, yes, you are. You're thinking, oh, she's gone mad again. Yeah, but I only go mad once a week. So it's not too bad. I'm getting better. Yeah, I used to go mad twice a day. So there you go. So this week you are getting the start of our, cravat cowl thing over here. It's a corner to corner stitch. It is very basic. I haven't decided. That one there, I think, is your normal corner to corner stitch. I wasn't sure whether to do the tighter version. So it's a good solid bunched up kind of look. It's kind of, it's not really bunched up. It's still your basic corner to corner. It's just, you don't see a lot of the gaps. But I think I might just stick to this one here for now. And maybe we can do the other one another time in a different style again. Maybe. But this week, we're getting the start of that. We're getting your blanket. Good morning, lovely. Oh, hi. Sticky Stitch, hello. How are you? So this week we are getting the blanket where I get to do, and this is the fun bit, guys. And a lot of people say, why would you do it? Why would I do it? Because it's fun. What I'm going to do, see how you've got the one, oh, that's come undone. Stress. Okay, that's come undone a little bit there. Don't panic. I'm panicking, you're not. What I'm going to do is show you how to crochet 3 or 4 rows on your blanket at the same time. Will you be unwinding today? Sticky Stitch, I will not be unwinding, I'm afraid, no. Oh, I've missed that last one. Oh, I'm sorry. But no, Sticky Stitch, I will not be at unwind today. I do apologise. I was there yesterday, though. Ask Kate. She looked after me. She made me spend a lot of money. That's how she looks after me. So I'll be doing 3 or 4 rows at the very same time. That is going to be the tutorial this week. Now, I mentioned last week, or in one of my videos, that I nearly dropped everything else again. And I mentioned last week that the 3 or 4 rows may look confusing when you're doing them at the same time. But again, it is like shopping when you're buying in bulk. You are not saving money for that present moment. You are saving money way further into your shopping. And that's exactly the same with crocheting 3 or 4 rows at the same time. And let me show you a positive about doing it. Let's say, for argument's sake, because a blanket's quite big now, right? It's not very big. I mean, we're still a long way to go. Let's say, for argument's sake, you did the whole row in white right there. Then you started your blue, did the whole row in blue, and right here, you realise you've made a mistake. 2 rows back. 2 rows. Let's say that one row takes you 20 minutes. We'll say half an hour just for fun. You spend half an hour doing the white, half an hour doing the blue, and you've got to go right back to the very last blue, which was 2 blues down. And that's nearly an hour's worth of your time wasted. When you are doing the 4 rows, 5, 6, 7, whatever you want to do, to me, I'm only going to do 3 or 4. I just don't want to make it too hard for you. At the same time, right? When you're doing it at the same time, let's say, for argument's sake, oh, I can't even show you. Here we go. You've got your blue there, you've got your white there, and you've got another blue on top. You're doing it all at the same time. I do like 4 cluster sets or 5 cluster sets of your blue, 5 of your white, 5 of your blue. Then I turn and do the rest. 5, 5, 5, all the way. Whilst doing that, I realise on the 5th one that I've accidentally made a mistake in the white one. I only have to take over undone 2 or 3 clusters to get that row, 3 rows down, fixed. Now, you don't have to do this. I just wanted to try it and I wanted to show you. That is coming up either on Monday or Tuesday of this week. And so is, get over here. You know what it is? The lighting is right in my eyes here, guys. I'm struggling. This cowl, cravat, mini scarf. By the way, if you are making this scarf with us this week, if you get to, say, our length, and you decide, I don't want a mini scarf, just keep going. Keep going until you get to the length that you want. Hi, Mary and all. Hi, Jeannie Creations. How are you? Oh, Jeannie's? Yes, it is Jeannie. Oh, it's Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. How are you? So you might decide you want to make that longer, make it into a full-length scarf. By all means, go for it. Because there's no rules. You know, there's no rules. You just do what it is that makes you feel comfortable during crochet. Now, I don't know what I did with my hook. I think I might have put it in here with the pattern. And no, I didn't. I put it down and I can't find it. See what happens? You put it down. I told you, it's like the Bermuda Triangle in here. You put your hook down somewhere and bang, it's gone. And you know what? It's going to take me like an hour to find it later. And it's the hook I'm using for this blanket, this project. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join us with all the wonderful tutorials coming up in the future as well. I've got something very interesting coming up. Someone asked me, and I think she may still be watching, I'm not sure, if I would do a granny square, what's it called exactly? It is called a, you know, granny square thing. You wear it over here like a jacket. Oh my gosh. Another thing I have to think about. My brain is really shut down. I need to sleep. I need to sleep. That's what I need. Or I need something stronger in here than water. So lots of fun stuff is coming up in the near future as well. So this week we've got those two projects. If I get time, I will start the Easter bag, but I don't think I will. I think that'll be the week after. Don't forget, we also have Thrifty Thursday. Thrifty Thursday is going to be great, guys. It's something a little different, a little bit eccentric, a bit like your Russian join challenge. A little bit silliness happening there, but you know, I'll still have some important information for you on, you know, looking after your financial side of your crochet. Because yours truly, like I said, sometimes I go out and I buy the good yarn and I spend a lot of money on it. But then there are times when, let me see if I can find a cheap of something I've got that's cheaper. It's not in hand. It's in one of the boxes. No, Keaton's not cheap either. Nothing's cheap. I'm trying to find some. Oh, no, that's not cheap either. See how much money I spent on yarn. I'm looking at all my yarn thinking what's cheap and what's not cheap. There's not much cheap. But when I do Thrifty Thursday, I will have a lot of the cheap yarn around, some of the cheaper crochet hooks. And you know what? There are so many ways that you can actually make your items a lot cheaper. So you're not spending a lot of money. I mean, when I first started in crochet, I used the cheapest of everything. In fact, the hook that I used, I still have somewhere. It's an old metal hook. And I used that for at least 5 years into my crochet. So you don't always have to, and I used a size 4 when I first started. I never got off a 4 hook. So whenever I bought, which is really weird, if I bought a 10-ply yarn or an 8-ply yarn or 4-ply yarn, I'd still use the same hook. And some of the items I made were a mess because I wasn't sure of what I was doing, but it was the only thing I could afford at the time. So I had to adjust a pattern to suit me whenever I was crocheting. When I was living on the edge, which was only last week. So no, yeah, you can't afford it all the time. I mean, like this week I did go out and buy this yarn, which, you know, cost me an arm and 5 legs, that kind of thing. And I thought, I don't do it every week, and I did it for fun, but I'm going to use it. It's for me. So there you go. Now, in the same place, Unwind Cafe, where I bought it from, the lady Kate, the wonderful Kate, and Robin, who usually works there when I walk in. Kate was the one who was there yesterday, is getting the soles in for me for our slippers. If they come in during the week this week, I will start it this week. Otherwise, the slippers won't start till next week. All right. I'm waiting for the soles. When they come in, that's when they'll start. Guys, I am loving doing these lives, and I thank you for joining me every week. We have a lot of fun, a little bit of silliness. I know. Is there any questions that you have? Don't forget, guys, hold them out till the end of the week. Come in and join us here live, and we'll have a chat about that. I did have someone ask me this morning and send me a private message and ask me to help them out, and I said I would, but I really do need to get the live out. It's really hard to do anything on a Saturday morning. Sorry, guys. I need to get the live out. I need to run around and do things for myself, personal items. Oh, good night, Angela. Good night. Have a good sleep. And you know, it's really hard for me to stop what I'm doing. I'm all good, thanks. Oh, that's nice, Jeannie. She's all good. I'm glad that we have a community that talks to each other. Usually I have people in different places and they say, well, no one talks to each other. They just listen to me chat. I love that you guys can talk to each other. It's great. And it's really nice to know that we have the same mindset all over the world when it comes to crochet. You know, we might have different personal views in life, but when it comes to crochet, we all are thinking exactly the same. We want the best yarn, we want good quality hooks, we want great designs, we want easy designs sometimes, and sometimes we want your lovely intricate work that, you know, makes everything look great. you guys are amazing. I'm up to 4,400 subscribers here at Wow Crochet. I am so overwhelmed by that, and I am, I don't know what to say. I'm kind of in awe about the whole thing, and I want to thank you guys. Oh, by the way, we did our giveaway last week. For those of you who follow me, and I said I would send you the tracking number, I forgot. But they have gone out, and I will send the tracking number directly after the live. You have really grown. I know. Thank you, Jeannie. I've tried to give as much as I can to the channel. I do know that sometimes it's a little bit difficult. Life gets in the way. Last November, I had a bad thing happen, and I couldn't do anything for a while in November. So life does get in the way. You just have to go with the times. At the moment, everything's good. So whilst it's good, I tend to do so much when it's good. I will record so much. I'll store it on my computer, leave it there. When I have a bad time, I just pop it up, and I'll pop it up on YouTube as a one-off. So every now and then when you see a one-off item that I haven't discussed, that we're not doing, and it's something small, it's just when something goes wrong and I haven't got time to create. So I pop that up because I'm always creating little things, you know, I've got bracelets coming up, I've got little necklaces coming up. They're so cute. Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about crocheting with beads. Oh, I know, right? I was thinking of doing a quick bracelet with beads, but what we're going to do is just do a normal bracelet with yarn first. Then in a few weeks after that, or maybe even a week after that, I'm going to introduce beads, but not little ones, because, you know, on YouTube it's hard to see. We'll just do a couple of big beads for now and see how they go. I wonder if anybody's interested. Do let me know if you're interested in beads, because I do really want to introduce it, both with a bracelet and necklace. It's entirely up to you guys. You don't have to. There will be some more projects for men in the future, because I think I've only got the man scarf. I'm going to be doing ties. I'm going to be doing, yes, you like beads, dear Quilty, great. I'm going to be doing ties. I'm going to be doing bow ties for men, just for fun. And I may do one as an Easter thing if I've got leftover yarn, leftover thread, or the cotton we were talking about before. If you're joining us new on the live, I was just explaining to everyone that we're going to be doing an Easter basket with these 4 colours. Yeah, you're going to have so much fun, fun, fun. It is a 100% cotton. It is Fiddlesticks. It's called Wren. Fiddlesticks Wren. That's the brand we're using. You don't have to use that brand. You can use an 8-ply cotton, or even a 10-ply cotton would probably be better, because it'll make your Easter basket a lot solid, a lot bit more, you know, solid. And what's left over, I tried, I fell apart. Lol, eyes are shutting. No, go have a nice sleep. Good night, Angela. Yeah, so we will be doing the Easter basket with this, and whatever's left over of this, we're going to make a little bow tie for your man, just for fun. And then at some stage in a couple of weeks' time, we're going to make a normal length tie for your man, and it'll be a nice, good tie. It won't be one of those big, grainy, square, bulky, let's just do something to do something. It will be a nice tie. It'll have lovely stitches, and it'll be contoured. It will be lovely. So that's coming up in a few weeks' time as well. These are all coming up. They're all in here. I haven't written them down yet, but they are there. And I know that I'll be doing ties and something for men in a few weeks' time. Also, I was on the train one day, as it happens, and I saw a fellow wearing a messy bun beanie. So we were making a man messy bun beanie. He had a fluffy hairdo, had like a little, it was like a little fluffy hair sticking out. It was gorgeous. With this little tiny ball sticking out at the top he was wearing. He looked lovely. And so I'm doing a messy bun beanie for the man in your life, and I'm doing a normal beanie for the man in your life as well. So you're getting quite a few things coming up in the future. It's right now, I'm just focused on what we are doing now. All of those, I say I haven't designed them. I haven't, but I have written down what I'm making over the next 6 months. So they're there. We're also probably around June, July doing our girls blanket. We've got the boy blanket happening with the blue and everything. I don't know. We can, you know, multi-gender these days. Anyone can use them. But I am going to do a light blanket, like a light pink blanket with the white as well. Different style. Won't be granny square. It'll be something different again. Haven't decided what to do with it. Whether I make it, I haven't really decided. It's going, you know, from here to July. It's a long way away. Actually, it's going to creep up on us. What are we on, March soon? So yeah, so the female blanket version of your male blanket is coming. So you'll have this year, you'll get something for your girl, something for your boy, something for your man, and of course, plenty of cows for us and maybe scarves and whatever else have you. And not to forget the mittens coming up in about 2 weeks' time. So we're either doing mittens or we're doing gloves. I haven't decided. It will be, there'll definitely be holes somewhere. Not down here because that's no good. We could just say that's, you know, the new fashion. We could call it like the Palmer glove. Anybody want a Palmer glove? That's just fashion. That's not going to keep you warm. So they will be happening very soon, if not in 2 weeks actually. And don't forget also your tissue box cover. I know, right? The loo. That's Jeannie, you got me laughing. I'm going to control it now. All right, I can do this. Stay focused. Stop it, Jeannie. And so, oh my gosh, there's a cat climbing on the roof. Sitting here talking to you guys, there's a cat climbing on the roof, looking up there, talking to a tripod. And Jeannie's got me cracked. Okay, I've got to stop. Stay focused, stay focused. Now, the bag is here. The project is there. I know, right? I lose it. When I lose it, it's uncontrollable, Jeannie. I just, I don't know if you've seen the past where I lost it over a sheep. I'm not even going to go there with that. But the sheep was a soap, and it just made me laugh. And I lost it over the, I've got to find it. I used to have it sitting next to me, but it kept making me laugh, so I put it away. I hidden it so it wouldn't make me laugh. But it's soap anyway. So it's the little project that's in this bag. So when I walk around at craft events, I will just pop the lid over and I will work as I'm at craft events. I know I never stop. I suppose I should take a break occasionally. I'll take the bag off. Oh, that's better. So there we go. That is your live here at Well Crochet for the week. Yay! What have we done? We've done 51 minutes. Not bad. I'm getting quicker. The first one I think was, I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes. So I'm getting better. It's getting quicker. So that was your live here at Well Crochet. Monday we'll have, which one's going up first? I think we'll have the next 4 rows of this to go up with that new way of crocheting it. I call it, what do I call it? Speed crocheting. But I'm not typing, speed typing. I'm thinking typing now. I'm not crocheting fast. I'm just crocheting the 4 rows at the same time. It looks like you are going slow, but you're actually not. You are doing them at the same time. You find a mistake 4 rows down, you can fix that straight away, okay? That is the benefit of doing it like that. I call it speed crocheting. I'm sure there's another word for it. I'm sure people just call it crazy maybe. Large Afghans, that method works really well. And that's what I meant. That's the positive on it. To do that, you can't go wrong. If you make a mistake 4 rows down, you just have to undo like 4 clusters. And there's nothing worse than you've done 4 rows, a half an hour to an hour, hour and a half, and then all of a sudden, a mistake all the way down there, 4 hours gone. 3 hours to go back and another hour and a half to catch up, maybe 4 hours to catch up. Who knows? It depends. I personally, in large blankets, that is the way I do it. Occasionally I don't. If I don't want to think and I haven't started it, I'll just go round and round and round, and then I'll cry when I make a mistake, as you do. So yeah, I don't know. It's something to help you out with. I hope it helps you. Hello, Well Crochet. Hi Lisa, how are you? Especially if you have fibro on your shoulder and disc problems. Yes, less wrestling with. That's right. You don't want to wrestle with it, and also you don't want to. You just don't want to keep undoing and doing and undoing and doing, because you will be there forever. And you don't want to do that. If you are creating something for someone and they say, I need it in 7 weeks, was the sheep name Barbara? What was mine? No, mine was Kim Kardashian. But Barbara was there. Oh, you're so funny. Oh, you're so funny. funny. There was one, it was named after Barbara Streisand, I think. Convinced me, I'll try it. I'll give it a try. I'm going to be doing the tutorial this week. It'll be coming up on Monday for that, and I'm going to try it. And yeah, I remember the Kim the sheep. Oh yeah, Kimmy Bardashian. Every time I think about it, I start laughing. It was very funny. Look, there are some things that I don't know. Hi from Northern Ireland. Marina, is it? Hi, Marina. Northern Ireland. I'm so lucky I get to speak to everyone from around the world. It's beautiful. I love, love, love. Ireland has always been a place that I've wanted to go. I want to go. It's just so far away. And I don't know if my varicose veins can stand it. Being on the plane for so long. Fine, let's just squash all the countries together and just like, you know, give them a good squash. It's being silly, I know. But there you go. We're going to try that blanket. We are going to do that this week. That'll be our very first tutorial coming up. The second one will be the start of this guy right here. Yay. And the third one was going to be, oh, I can't remember what it was now. My brain's shutting down. It's like, it's been an hour of talking. Well, actually, it's only been 55 minutes, but we're close enough. Cheers, everyone. I hope you're all well. Have you guys bought any of this yarn yet? The Whirls? I haven't started I haven't started making any of the top downs or the crochet ups or whatever. Thank you, Lisa. If any of you have bought this, let me know. If you haven't, don't stress. We can make it in another thread or another yarn. It doesn't matter. No, but I got some similar. Okay, good, Jeannie, because we're going to make a top here in crochet. We're going to do a top down just for fun. Hang on to it. I mean, you might need it for something else. If you don't and you want to do the top and you want to make it for yourself, for your daughter, granddaughter, your friend, your cousin, your auntie, your man, he might like top downs. Hey, I don't judge. And me and you. You're still here, Angela. I thought you left. I thought you went to bed to sleep. Did you come back? Are you addicted? Oh, me too. All right. So if you haven't bought that cotton and you would like to try it, it is a cotton blend, but it's I think it's a half-half. It's a, I'll tell you in a minute. It is a 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. You don't have to use that variation as well. You can use whatever you want. It is a very thin yarn, very, very thin yarn. So what we make will be something that will be used with thin yarn and thin hook. I hope the recording can see it. If not, you'll have to get some real close-up of my big hands again. Sorry, guys. I know sometimes I get real close-up of the hands, but I want you to see the stitches, especially if some of them were as difficult as the honey cow. I mean, they were basic stitches, but where to put your hook was, you know, one thing, different thing. So if that you can't see it too well, we may have to change the idea. I'll have a play with it actually over the next few weeks, even without a design. Just have a bit of a practice with a square or something. And if I find that it's not very visible, if you can't see it, I can't get it out. If you can't see it online, then I will actually decide to change and do something else. That's the reason why I haven't really designed the project yet. Once you make a design, if it doesn't suit that particular thread size, not so much the same yarn, you can use different yarns as long as the thread size is the same. Let's say it's a 4-ply or an 8-ply or a 10-ply or a 12, whatever. It must be the same as the pattern. Doesn't have to be the same brand, but just the same as the pattern, because your pattern's not going to work out like this. Here's for an example, all right? This was a 4-ply thread. It was made in a 4.5 hook. Now I should have, I did do one square on a 4mm hook. It should have been the 4mm hook, but I thought I'd try the 4.5 to make the square a little bit bigger, right? But what it's done is once I've done the square in a 4.5 and I did the actual border row you see here in the 4.5, it kind of became real stretchy, because when you make your project a bit larger, in a larger size hook, it tends to make your item a little bit stretchy. Because of that, this top was very, very long. It still is very long. I should have actually taken one of the squares off, and it should sit like that, so it's sitting nicely there. Now it's kind of dropped a little bit. It's okay, it's wearable, and I wear it. I always wear it. Wearing it all the time these days. I can wear it over black, I can wear it over white, and I can wear it over any one of the colors you see here, which is what I've done there. I've worn it over the peach. It's kind of an orange, but that's a peach. It kind of matches. So it doesn't matter, but if you had to wear that without anything underneath it, nah, good luck. I know it's pretty. It is pretty. I should have used the 4mm hook though. And that's a lesson well learned. Using the 4mm hook, the squares would have been a lot tighter. So this wouldn't be like that. It would kind of be a bit more over the shoulders and in knots. That's perfect now. That's the perfect fit. When you bring it over like this and sit it there, that's the perfect fit. But because this is so loose, it kind of flops. 4-ply is 4-weight in Canadian. Is it? I thought it was more. Yeah, I thought it was more like 3. I could be wrong. 4-ply is a very thin yarn. It's yeah, I can't even get one because I've got all my 8-plies out at the moment. Sorry guys, I haven't got any 4-ply out, but it's really quite thin. Yeah, it's not really extra thin. It's not that kind which is like this. This is extra thin. This is going to be like, let me see if I can find a strand for you and pull it out. Okay, I don't know. Newbie. Oh, yep, newbie. That's cute. I was a newbie once. We're all newbies. Hey, we're all newbies. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, this thread's come undone. I just made I've done a bit of yarn vomit. Look at that. Oh, trying to get that back together again is going to be crazy. I'm just trying to find an end for you so you can see the thickness of this. Now, I'm not playing any video tricks here because this is live, but check out how thin that is. All right, let me try and put it up against an 8-ply, which is a normal size ply cotton. All right, now that, let's see if I can get it right now. Here we go. That's your normal, and I've dropped it. That's your normal 8-ply cotton, right? That is a 3-ply right there, right? Or a 2-ply even, that one. And your 4-ply is a lot thinner than that. That is really thick. That's quite thick for an 8-ply. Oh, it's blurring out. It's because I'm in the way. My big face is in the way. But anyway, that's the differences between cotton. It's really hard. I mean, if you don't use the right size hook for the right project, it can change the whole entire project. If you use a larger size hook than what's stated, like on here, it states to use a 4mm hook, right? Now, I actually have used a 4.5 because my crocheting is really tight. However, for some of the projects that you do use, I should have used a 4, okay? You live and learn, right? You live and learn. That's what we do. Now, when making a basket, you can use a 4, you can use a 5. I would double the thread. I'd make it nice and thick and strong. Same with when you are making the slippers. Once we get the slippers, the soles in and we make our slippers, we're going to make it with a 10-ply cotton. So do yourself a favor, not cotton, wool. Wool, do yourself a favor. Get yourself a 10-ply. You can get yourself a 10-ply cotton. You can get yourself a 10-ply acrylic. You can get yourself a 10-ply wool. Everyone glad to have found you. Oh, thanks, Jeannie. Oh. You can get yourself a 10-ply cotton, 10-ply wool, and a 10-ply acrylic. And we're going to make those slippers in a couple of weeks' time. When I get the soles in from Kate from Unwind, then we'll start making them, okay? So that's 10-ply. Use 10-ply because the slippers are nice when they're thick. Yummy when they're thick, especially in the colder months. I know, we get a bit warm sometimes. I haven't had much warm weather here in Melbourne anyway. What am I complaining for? But yeah, so I decided to make the slippers for myself. Yay, why not? I actually don't wear slippers, and around the house, and here's a fact, I like to have my feet bare, so I wear thongs or flip-flops as they call them overseas. I wear the flip-flops all the time because I like my feet to have air. When I'm out, I put on my socks and my runners and my shoes and whatever else. Hello, Noni. How are you? Noni, you've come in at just the wrong time. We're almost about to finish up. I'm trying to hold out a little bit longer for all the newbies who have just arrived. There's a few newbies just arrived now. When I say newbies, not newbies to the channel, newbies to the live. And there's a couple of newbies to the channel. Yeah, thread and hook size, they matter. They really do. A lot of people say, oh, don't worry about it, it'll be all right. But no, it doesn't always work, and it failed with this. However, what I did do to tighten it up, I added the triangle, the half square, in just under the arm. And what it did was, how are you, Mary? Thank you, Noni. I am well today. I hope you are well. I'm sure you are, yes. So what I did was I added the triangle, and what it did was it closed it up a bit on the corner. So it tightened that up a little, yeah. And then when I put the border on, I kind of tightened that border up a little bit as well. So it does pay when the pattern and the yarn says use a 4mm hook. Use the 4mm hook because it matters. It matters. Having said that, I'm so looking forward to making it. Oh, what's that? I am not a newbie, your channel. You're kind of newbie at crochet. I started crochet journey. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it'll come back in a few minutes. What it does is it sits on the screen. What you say sits on the screen for a while. And unless someone sends another message, it disappears. But it'll come back in a few minutes when someone else messages. So if someone just says hi, I'll be able to read your last message as well. Oh, here we go. Actually, got the notification. Oh, did you? That's good. I started crochet. I was call myself a newbie crochet. Okay, got that, Lisa. Thank you. Was that Noni? Someone said they just got the notification to say that I'm on live. Well, that's funny because the live's been going for an hour. So what, you only just got the notification? Or did it come an hour ago and you just haven't got on? I just want to know how those notifications work. I'm very curious because, you know, if they're coming on, if the notifications are going up an hour into the live, yep, I just got it. Yeah, it's a bit hard because I'm not going to stick around for 4 hours on a live. So I'll stick around for a little while longer. Thank you, Noni, though, for letting me know. That'd be very interesting to talk about to YouTube, to find out. I found you only because I went back to YouTube. Oh, that's interesting. I thought if you are subscribed to the channel, yeah, I know, right, Noni? Excuse me. If you're subscribed to the channel and you've clicked all to accept all notifications, like accept all, everything I do, you will be notified about. You may have clicked some, or you could have clicked, there's another few. I don't even look at those other few. I always click all when I subscribe to someone because usually when I subscribe to them, I subscribe because I like what they make. And even if when some things come up in my notification, like someone's making I don't know, a book. I think, oh, I don't want to do a book. I just don't look at it. But I make sure I'm subscribed to all. Maybe it's my new laptop not getting many notifications now. Yeah, I actually, to be honest with you, I've got some of my stuff set to my phone. It does message me on my phone saying so-and-so's uploaded something, so-and-so's done this, and so-and-so's done that. I don't know if you can do that with your phone. But yeah, I don't have the laptop on very often. I only ever use it to edit and then to upload, and then I just shut it down. I don't need it. I do a lot of my pattern writing by book, and then to get it up, I just go somewhere and just type, and then send it off to my daughter, and she looks after the rest. She doesn't know that yet, but she's going to. She's really good. She looks after the business side. I don't know the business side. I'm a crafter, you know. Where are you, Mary? I'm actually... you mean in the area? I'm Melbourne, Glenroy, Melbourne. Is that what you mean? I don't know. I'm hoping that's what you mean. The area is called Glenroy. It's a northern suburb in Melbourne, if that's what you meant. I'll wait for the next message. I'm assuming that's what you meant. Yeah. So, yeah, we are in Glenroy. We are about 7 or 8 minute drive from Melbourne Airport, Tullamarine Airport. Yeah, Melbourne. Oh, okay. Yeah, Melbourne, Australia. We're 7 or 8 minute drive from the airport. So, yeah, it's not noisy. You can't hear anything. Oh, Devon, England. Oh, so I want to travel over there. Ireland, England, Canada, America, Africa. I wanted to go to Africa. I know I want to go everywhere. But firstly, I can't afford it. And secondly, I don't think my varicose veins can handle the flights. Not that I have any. Much. See, I've been talking too much. Now I need a drink. Here's a little tip. My daughter went to live on Bonsai Beach. Ooh, you know what? I've never been. I want to go to Bonsai Beach. That's not that far. I could go there, hop on a plane, off to Bonsai, back again. We can even make that noise. I would love to go. I hear it's very, very nice, and I should go. I should know, being Australian, but I've never been. So there you go. I forgot what I was talking about. Where's that sheep? Oh yeah, the top and the crochet hooks. When a yarn calls for the certain crochet hook, you can go up or down if you like, but if you are making a designed pattern for that particular yarn, then you have to stick with the hook size on there. Let's just say you're making a blouse and you want to make it a size 10, 12, 8, I don't know, whatever. We'll say size 10 for the sake of saying something. And you use the larger hook. It will come up as a 12 or a 14 rather than your 10. And it won't come up as a normal 12, 14. It'll just come up as a lopsided. It will be a little bit different. And the hook sizes matters when you are doing someone's design. And a lot of people say, oh, if you don't use the same yarn, your eyeliner and eyebrows are perfect. Well, the eyebrows, sadly, they are my eyebrows, but I don't even have to pluck anymore. They're just gone. Whatever's there was gone. The eye makeup, well, I have to work on that. That's something I did do, if you would know that actually. I did, you'd know Mary Kay. Have you ever heard of Mary Kay? I did Mary Kay for some time. It was about 18 months when my kids were little. And it taught me how to do my makeup. I was not good at it. And I don't wear foundation or, no, sometimes I do. I haven't got any on today. It's just lipstick, eyeliner, mascara. That's it. I don't always do it. I do it when I want to do some fancy stuff. There's a few fancy things I'm going to be doing in the future. Oh, I'm not giving anything away. But it just means I've been, emailing people and messaging people and trying to get a yay answer rather than a nay. And I keep getting a no answer. But when I do, I'll be able to do the whole full ensemble, the whole outfit, face, clothes, shoes, bag. No, I won't. I'll just wear everything crochet related. Why? Yeah, because I can. I make things, I wear. That's it. Why am I holding this thread? Oh, I don't even know why. Yeah, not always funny, Jeannie. I've been told I can be grumpy. Me? Grumpy when? Okay, here we go. Mine like the eyebrow. I told Mary Kay for 7 years back in the 80s. Never got the pink car though. Neither did I. We need cheering up here. It's been wet and windy for months. Oh, sorry, Jeannie. I know the weather can be nasty sometimes. We've had some weird weather here in Melbourne as well. And, we've had our horrible bushfires. My boyfriend's last name is Carpenter. Oh, that's interesting. There you go. You guys could be related. How about that? I know, the world is small. Hey, it can happen. The world is very small. It is warming up here in Melbourne. Can you see me? I'm perspiring. Oh, not much, but it is warming up. I know, right? Wow. You guys could be family. You could. You better check it out. You could be family. I've just met family. This is like Mary's joined up the family show. Let's get back to crochet, guys. I know, right? This is the week we've had at Well Crochet. I know I did do something a little silly on Thursday with the Russian join. You may see a few more things like that in the future. I don't know why. Someone's just decided to make some stuff. Yeah, some weird stuff. Yeah, it's coming. Some fun stuff. There's one thing that's coming that I don't know if I was allowed to put a couple of things in there, but I did anyway. I could get into lots of trouble. No, I can't. I won't. I always check with people and I check with companies. I make sure everybody's happy. Not always. No, I do. No, you have to. No, you have to, because if you don't, everybody's on your back. He's in your ear, she's in your ear, they're like this, and you kind of say, shut up. So you follow the rules. You do. And I'm a little bit of a nerd in that way. I follow the rules. That's what I do. Not in crochet. I break every rule I want in crochet. Why? Because I can. I don't break all of them, just some of them. Like they say not to split the yarn. But it kind of works when you're weaving in ends and you're splitting those ends and you're kind of getting in there and then you crochet over it. That end is not going to come out of it, no how. But I did say I was going to do the the weaving in, my weaving in challenge. A bit like your Russian joins, something a little different. I may need help with that. Someone might come out and play tennis with me, that kind of thing. So yeah, we are going to be doing something totally different. Why? Sometimes I need to spruce up the channel a little bit. You know, it's not enough that we crochet. I like to make a bit of fun out of it, you know. When we look at our lives and we live these same mundane lives every day, day in, day out, we kind of need a little bit to laugh at. And I actually find that when I pop on a comedy DVD, when I'm not feeling happy about something, like, you know, someone's made me cry, I pop on a little funny comedy DVD and I grab that large granny square blanket and I just sit and watch a movie and I laugh. And one of the favourite movies I like to watch at the moment is Bridesmaids. I love the way she attacks the chocolate cookie. I don't know if you've never seen that movie, guys. Do yourself a favour. Go and watch the movie Bridesmaids. She attacks that cookie. She beats the living daylights out of the cookie. I'm sorry. You see, I love to laugh and it changes your whole day when you have something to laugh at. So I think, all right, maybe when someone's making something like this and they're struggling and they're new at crochet, and there were times when I was new at crochet that I felt like saying, forget it, I'm not doing this. I'm throwing in the towel to this because I can't do it. And it happens. So what you do at the end of a tutorial, pop a little funny skit, make people laugh because, you know, we're all in it just for making some pretty items and we're all in it for a bit of fun as well. You know, if you want to think about your, in the street laugh, I know, right? You're doing it right in the street. That was a funny movie, I know. And Amy Schumer, I love Amy Schumer. The movie was called Snatched. I hear a lot of people give up instead of conquering project. I know, I've done it before, where I've grabbed my whole project and just thrown it across the room. I've done it many times, and then I've had to clean up the mess afterwards. But you don't give up, guys, because, you know, if you give up on everything you try the first time, forget it. You know, what's the point in starting in the first place, you know? Take a risk with your crochet. Step over the boundaries. Now, I've done some projects in the past. This is why I've got to get that History Friday up and running. It's not going to happen for a couple of weeks now. And I will show you some stuff that I have made that I probably shouldn't show you because they are so bad. I have thrown my Grinch in the naughty corner a few times. Well, the Grinch probably deserves to be in there in the first place. But yeah. But you can get so, I know, right? You can get so frustrated that you would throw your work away or you would be angry at it. And I have done, and I have made some serious mistakes on crochet. It's not even funny. But you know, so what? Who cares? It's happened, it's done. Push it out the way, start again, do something new. I've got one slung in the back of the wardrobe for a little while. Well, what about this thing that I advertised on Whip Wednesday? Right, there's nothing wrong with it, right? Been actually doing right now. I know, right? Poor Lisa is just so like Mary. This thing here, I advertised it on Whip Wednesday. It's a project that I'm making for myself. There was nothing wrong with it. I just thought, oh, it's taking too long. So I tossed it in a tub and I never did it. So there are many times where I've given up, just accidentally given up, not because I want to, not because I've made a mistake. Don't give up. I pulled it out last week to show you for Whip Wednesday. I'm going to finish that top now. I may run out of thread. They don't make that anymore. Well, not in that brand there. So I'm thinking of making it a little bit multicolored, just for fun, something different like this. It'll stay that way, but I I've done some weird stuff in the past. When I was younger, I used to sew a lot with sewing machine, and I had this outfit that was this side of the body was black and this side of the body was white. Who cares? Doesn't look great. Who cares? Who are you pleasing, them or you? Make something that pleases you guys, because I know sometimes you have to crochet for someone and there's a project they've given you that is, forget it, you can't do it, that sort of thing. So what you do, you message someone first thing on a Saturday morning and you ask them to help you with it. I'm not speaking of anybody in particular. She knows who she is. And they will help you. You just have to give them time. Like, I need time to help you. So someone else will help you. Ask people, ask your friends, ask your family. Like, I visit Unwind Craft Cafe here in Keilor, East Keilor. If I have a question, I ask them. They're really good. They'll help you. People they're not going to snap at you if you ask them a question. I say try. If they say no, well, you've got nothing to lose. You just ask the question. Someone will be able to help you. Never think that one project is going to be, forget it. You're not going to be able to do it. I can't do it. It's not happening. Ask, check, get people to help you. Someone will help you with it. If not, I'll throw it against the wall. No, don't give up. Don't give up. But yeah, so just try. And then I've done things in the past where actually the project I've been working on wasn't designed well. I didn't want to go yelling at anyone's designer. I told them I couldn't work it out. I'm really sorry, but I'm going to change a pattern to suit me. And that's all I've told them. And no one ever responds when I say that. So I don't know what they think. I haven't got it here. Oh, where is it? I had I put it down. It's actually advertised on my Whip Wednesday. It was a poncho that I'm making at the moment for a family member. Just kind of friend family. And I changed the pattern to suit me completely because I could not work out the designer's work. I went on her website, remember to hit the thanks. Next we'll do it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I couldn't work it out. I checked the designer's page. Everybody had the same problem. I thought, well, look, maybe it's not going to work. So I've just changed the whole poncho to suit me. Once you become better at your work, or even if you're better now, mess around with some stitches, mess around with some styles. If you're doing something and you know that their project isn't working out for you, try something yourself. Take a risk. Get out there and just do it. Just do it. Don't worry what people think. Just do. Many times someone said to me, "What are you wearing?" I said, "What do you care?" Who cares? You're not wearing it. It doesn't affect you. See you later. So take a risk with things. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose. If it's a project that someone wants and you cannot work it out, then you need to ask someone, because when you make it for yourself, it doesn't matter if it's different or if it's changed. When you make it for someone else, it's got to be as close to that pattern as you can make it. Now, when I saw the pattern, it was a free pattern for this one poncho that I'm making a lady. When I saw the pattern, I couldn't work out what she was saying at all, right? Which was, maybe it's me, I don't know. But I could see the stitches. And because I know what I'm doing, I kind of make the stitches up as I go along. I know it looks like a crisscross. I know, right? I know it's kind of crisscross, so I know how to do a crisscross stitch. I know there's some elongated stitches there, so you've got your trebles and your double trebles and everything else. So I know how to add those in. It's just a matter of adding it in that make it look similar to the project. Just for that one lady. I've got to get to bed now. Oh, good night, Jeannie. Sleep well. I've got to leave now. It's very late. Look how long I've been online for. Oh, an hour and 22 minutes, hour and 23. I've got to go now anyway myself. But just to let you know, guys, take a risk with your crochet. Don't be scared. Don't throw it against the wall. Well, if you throw it against the wall, pick it up and start again later. Just take a break. Have a cup of tea, coffee, drink, whatever you do. Take a break. Watch a funny movie. Oh, good night, relative. That's so funny. My mistake in a blanket this week ended up being So Cozy blanket for a cat bed. See, mistakes sometimes make some great things. Sometimes they fail, but sometimes they make some great things. So Marina, it happens, who cares? Do you care? No, I don't. We are creators, we're crafters. We're here to make, whether we make it perfect or whether we make it half decent or whether we just give it to the cat or give it to the dog or a bird outside, whatever. Birds can't have wool. Did you know that? Birds cannot have wool get stuck in their throat. Anyway, sorry about that. Just thought I'd toss that in because, you know, lots of people think they'll give their little ends to the birds. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't give little ends to birds. They can't have them. Not here in Australia, they can't. I don't know what the birds are like overseas, but here they're pretty much the same, I think. But there you go. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't forget, we are doing this cowl this week. We are doing the 4 rows. Didn't go to waste, that's right, Jeannie. We're doing the 4 rows to this blanket, maybe 3. I haven't really decided yet. We are doing that. We hope, I don't think I'll be getting the soles for the slippers this week. If I don't, I'll make something small, or we'll start on our Easter basket. So thank you so much for watching, guys. It has been wonderful. Every time I get really nervous when I do this part of the live because I always mess up turning it off. I can never turn it off right. So let's try. If I get it turned off, I'll just say ciao for now anyway, guys. Ciao for now. Thank you. Good night, good night, good night. Let's see, one of these buttons. It's one of them. I'll get there. Here we go. Try that. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Ciao. See you next time. Bye.